One of the best ways you can manage performance in your team is to leave your top performers alone and focus your efforts at the bottom. Even though that may be a common practice or something that sounds like a good idea, it really isn't. So here's what I mean. As a manager, you have 8 to 10 hours every day if you're working a 10-hour shift to focus your efforts on the top priority items. What happens is that those bottom performers suck up a lot of your time because you have to manage them. So what managers typically do, they say, well, these top 10% or the people in the middle don't need my attention. They're good to go. They know what to do. I'm going to leave them alone and focus my efforts on the bottom performers because I want to make sure that everyone is performing at the highest level. Here's what happens is that if you do that too often, too consistently, where you're not spending time with the people in the middle and especially the people at the top, you're going to lose their trust because you're not following up correctly throughout the day to say, hey, great job. Let's focus on the things that you're doing well, and let's focus on the things that I can help you with throughout the day. Because that's the whole point of follow-up. When you follow up effectively throughout the day, you're touching base with everybody that is under your responsibility. You don't get to pick and choose who you follow up with or who you don't. You have to make sure you touch base with everybody throughout the day. So what does that mean? That means that you don't lose sight of your top performers, the people in the middle, and the people at the bottom. Totally different conversations between that spectrum of individuals. Yes, the bottom performers are going to be sucking your time quite a bit, but you have to effectively manage them correctly and set up the expectations so that you can start making some decisions with the help of HR or with your boss. So the point I'm trying to make is that if you set expectations correctly and you follow effectively, your top performers will not feel that they're missing out of your time and your recognition, thus maintaining your performance overall. Because what happens is that if you lose their trust, they're going to begin underperforming or maybe throttling less only to meet expectations. And guess what? You'll definitely start losing people, especially those top 10%, if you don't do this correctly.